Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we move on, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell for more updates. The Korean War, which erupted in June 1950, was one of the most defining conflicts of the Cold War era. It began when North Korea, backed militarily and politically by China and the Soviet Union, launched a surprise invasion across the 38th parallel into South Korea. The attack quickly overwhelmed South Korean forces, pushing them into retreat and capturing much of the territory, including the capital, Seoul. This aggression prompted the United States and other members of the United Nations to intervene in defense of South Korea, marking the start of a brutal three-year war. American-led UN forces managed to halt the North Korean advance and launched a bold counteroffensive at Incheon, regaining lost ground and even pushing into North Korea. However, China soon entered the conflict with massive troop deployments, turning the tide once again. Waves of Chinese soldiers forced UN and South Korean forces into a difficult retreat, dragging the war into a bloody stalemate. The conflict became characterized by fierce battles, shifting front lines, and immense human suffering, as civilians bore the brunt of mass displacement, destruction, and loss of life. The Soviet Union, while not directly fighting on the battlefield, supplied weapons, training, and strategic support to North Korea and China, ensuring that the communist side remained formidable. Meanwhile, the United States provided the bulk of UN troops, resources, and air power, determined to prevent the spread of communism on the Korean peninsula. For both sides, the war was more than a regional struggle. It was a test of ideologies, with democracy and capitalism on one side and communism on the other. By 1953, neither side could secure total victory. After prolonged negotiations and heavy casualties, an armistice was signed on July 27, 1953. The agreement restored the boundary near the 38th parallel and created the heavily fortified Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, which still exists today. Though fighting ceased, no peace treaty was signed, leaving North and South Korea technically still at war. The Korean War claimed millions of lives and solidified the division of the Korean peninsula, setting the stage for decades of tension that continue to shape global politics.